Hello everyone, I'm Epic Luko and I review movies. Do you guys want to see my Michael Bay impression? Alright, let's go.
State's under attack! Let's go, man! State's under attack! Let's go! We gotta move!
If you do not get here soon, we are all gonna die.
You have a U.S. ambassador at risk.
The ambassador is in his safe haven. You're not the first responders. You're the last resort. You will wait.
13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi is directed by Michael Bay and stars John Krasinski, James Badge Dale, Pablo Schreiber, Max Martini, and David Costabile. The story chronicles the September 11th attack against an American compound in Libya and the 6 U.S. military members who defended the CIA against Islamic aggressors. Now this movie is directed by Michael Bay. Let's take a look at his filmography real quick. So it may come to no one's surprise, but I'm not that big a fan of Michael Bay. He tends to make the exact same movie over and over again, and it doesn't add any new innovation to it at all, and it's starting to get extremely old. So I wasn't really looking forward to this movie, especially since it was coming out in January, the dumping grounds of movie season. However, I did actually end up enjoying this movie. Yeah. I enjoyed a movie directed by Michael Bay. What? In all seriousness though, I did like this movie. It's not exactly a good movie, it does have its problems, but overall it is a watchable movie from a director I basically lost hope in. I will say that the film does retain the same style that Bay's films tend to follow, and it really annoys me because I like to see what is supposed to be focused on in frame. And his directorial technique involves shaking the camera in scenes where it is incredibly unnecessary, as well as certain camera angles that appear in almost every one of his films, like the side upward tilt of a guy getting out of a car, the holy image of an American flag. Not all of the direction is bad though. There are some action scenes in this with impressive shot composition, and it really does add to the grit and violence of the set pieces. But overall, the direction is the same as pretty much every other Michael Bay movie, and that did kind of annoy me. Another big problem I had with this movie were with two characters, one being the chief and the other being the American ambassador. Not that their performances were bad or anything, but with the chief character, it felt like they tried to make him more of a villainous character as opposed to someone who was helping the men. And with the ambassador character, there's nothing really wrong with him, it's just something that happens to him and how the other characters should be reacting to it. Because the movie doesn't go in depth as to what happened to him, and the characters don't show their reaction to it, we ourselves, the audience, don't see any need to feel anything for this character. There's also an attempt to add baggage to a character in the movie, and it feels very shoehorned in and really forced. It also has some other Michael Bayisms that I won't get into because you guys know what I'm talking about by now. Let's get into the good stuff. Most of the actors were pretty good, specifically John Krasinski and James Badge Dale, who really bring this true story down to earth through their performances in this dark place. Their characters are who we follow the most throughout this movie, and thus we get more screen time and development with them. The story itself, which is based off of a real event, is a very interesting one, and it lends itself to movie form very well, and Bay did a good job at giving it a blast of realism. Some of the moments of our heroes under fire are truly some intense scenes. When wide shots are present, it really is a great looking movie. So this review might be a little all over the place, but I did end up enjoying this movie. It does have the same typical Bay formula to it, and it doesn't really benefit off of it that much. Plus it does make some poor choices in character development. But It has good performances, and it has some great action scenes with a great, interesting, fact-based story that Bay did a good job at bringing to the screen. I'm gonna give 13 Hours a B-. I'm glad that I saw this movie, and I'm glad that I saw a Michael Bay movie that didn't make me want to stab my eyes out. That sounded a little bit dark. But this doesn't change how I feel about Bay as a director. He's still a man that does not believe in innovation and keeps making the same movie. This is a step away from that. Let's make it a habit, Mr. Bay. So that was my review of 13 Hours. What did you guys think of this movie? Are you interested in seeing it? Comment below and discuss among yourselves. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Click the subscribe button to see more videos that I've done, and I'll see you all next time.